there will be messages and information there that to so many people you won't even know exist, that deep. But Donna was able to understand that, all that information of how we get programmed, right? How the mess happened. Um, and all through your story, you see why it's important to share your story.
Yeah, last week I shared.
Oh, wow. Whew. And through your story, I was able to show you um, why you chose that journey. So painful, you know. What was it like being in it, being inside that storm? You know, who was around when that storm was happening?
I think my angels were on a vacation.
That's what you think, but they're right there.
Well, it felt like they were
It
there.
just feels like that, right? Like, have you abandoned me? That's what it feels sometimes.
Yeah.
Feels like, have you abandoned me, right? What have I done? Was it because I was a naughty girl? Growing up, and you start looking in that file to find out why it is that God is punishing you, right? How many of us have done that? I used to do that all the time. Oh my God, I remember the day I was so angry at God and I said, I don't believe in you. Oh, I remember that day. I really didn't. I was so angry because of all the things that were happening in my life, and I wasn't buying the whole thing of what the church was telling me. It just felt like it wasn't right. I am a good person. I don't try to hurt anyone on purpose, right? None of us want to do that. Most of the problems that have happened in our lives is because we did it, but we didn't have the intention to hurt anyone, right? It takes a very dark space to do those things on purpose to someone. So that happens a lot in the family. We don't hurt each other on purpose. It's based on the program that Donna and I were speaking of before you guys came here. And the question came, were we always like this? Like, was this it? Like, this is it? Is this it? We just pretend it's not happening and continue on and doing the same thing, and then you get older and then you die. And I hope God on the other side, man, it's not the God that they're telling me it is, because Jesus, I made so many mistakes. Am I going to be going to hell or heaven? All these things that we have been programmed to believe. And we go through this and we experience it, and then we pass it along to the next generation and pass the baton down and hope that they figure it out, right? That's usually what's happening. So through Donna's story, and you would like for me to share some of that?
Sure.
Yes, the women of your power should not hide, right? So Donna went through a very difficult stage in her life, and she chose all of it. We were talking about how she chose it, every single part of it. Not chosen in this consciousness, but in a higher consciousness, kind of like hand to hand with God, like sitting right there next to God and planning all of this for yourself so that she can become this being that's supposed to crack open so this beautiful light can come out of her. And then she can share her light with every single one of us. See? That superpower, it's not only awarded to Donna, it's to all of us. Like, we all have it, you know? We all have it. And through every single experience that you have been in your life, is God giving you the opportunity to crack open. Let yourself crack open. Allow that which is inside of you to show up. However, in order for that to happen successfully, We have to be in a very higher consciousness. And right now we're not. You know, most of us feel victims of our past, right? The things you've done that you believe are horrible, how you have hurt others because they have said that's what you've done. But in reality, if nobody ever told you this, how will you be experiencing it if being a bad person was never created? You know, if hell was never created, you know, if the chosen ones were never created, we're all chosen, we're here. See? So I usually use your story to show you how God is blessing you so that you can crack open and see what it is that God is asking you to become. Sometimes it feels like you have to scream because it's so painful. Allow yourself to scream, you know, usually having amazing friends around that can hold up space and say, yes, allow it to scream, and then scream with them. That's a good way to get through this. You know, those people are very important in our lives and creates a bond that can never be broken. So I hope that we create that here with each other, you see, so that a story that you have been judging yourself for a very long time, still carrying that bag and slashing yourself every time you think about it. You just forgot that it was supposed to be a lesson. What is it that Donna is? What's inside Donna? You know, you went through betrayal, right? From other human beings. But what if it was not a betrayal and it was the judge was doing his part? Because that was the journey that you chose in order for it to crack you open. Look where you are today, looking to see who Donna is, right? And waiting to see who is this being that is inside this body. Because there's something inside of you calling you home, right? Doctors call that anxiety, depression, and all these other things. But what it really is yourself is calling you home and you're not answering the call. So when you don't answer the call, the little helpers, they come to send you what you need in your life in order to learn the lesson. So those people that you call them bad and that hurt you, they're really helping you. They're helping you crack so you can show your light. But we have believed that we're victims, and they have believed that they need to do those things to you in order to survive. But all of it is a lie. All of it. So what if you were to take every journey of your life, you know, those painful words you heard, someone, a loved one called you, and you just put it down and really look at that person and say, they never meant to do that. Like, they never meant to hurt you. At that moment, that's what they knew. It has been passed down from generation to generation. And it just, everybody, we're just getting by. And we didn't come here just to get by. We came here to create. So imagine all the creations that have gone to waste. How many creations? Go look at the cemetery. That's perfect. Thank you. No, you could look at the cemetery. There are a lot of potential creations that God wanted to create and it never happened because we were wasting our time disliking each other, blaming each other, hurting each other with words and behavior and accusing each other of things. You know, that's how we've been have wasted all this time, have been wasted. So now those beings that have been here for some time, your soul is calling on you. Like, it's time to go home. Can we please get done with what it is that we came here to do? So the best way that I experienced going through this journey, it was actually acknowledging it and accepting everything that happened to me. I say yes. Yes, I was hurt. It was hurtful. I felt it, you know, because at that moment, that's where you are. So for me to tell you, oh, no, don't feel it, well, you're not there yet. Because at one point, I felt it. So feel it. Allow yourself to feel. Cry it out loud. Write it. I burn it too. So many times. I say, I'm going to burn this thing. They say that you have to burn it, so I'm burning it. Throw it out the water. At one point, put it in the water. I said, I don't know. I'm asking for help on this thing, until I found a way. I found a way. And the best way is to connect with yourself, really know who you are, that beyond this physical body exists something beyond naming that is connected to the whole creation. And that we're here manifested into this body to experience all of this. Eating fruit. If you lost the gratitude for eating a fresh fruit, I'm going to give you a way to get it done. You can practice this. Do like 4 days without eating anything fresh. 4 days without eating anything fresh, right? Oh, on the 5th day when you bite on the apple, mango, the grapes, you just feel it everywhere. So if you ever lost gratitude for anything in your life that you should be grateful for, do that. Stay away from it and then experience it as a first timer. And then it reminds you of how grateful you should be for it. So that's a trick there. Okay, Donna, you got me going. So I have my basket. Yeah, when I get deep, I get really deep. So, and this is the beauty that I get to be my full self in this room. And let me tell you that it feels good. It feels good just to be you, be you. Like be you in all your wholeness. The body, however it is at this moment, like be grateful for it, that it's here. It's holding you here because those that are not in the physical being will love to be in the physical being. So be grateful for this space to be here, your body, A lot of the time we spend too much time looking at the mirror, judging ourselves. Oh, my boobs too small. They say that those butts are more nicer. And then you start there judging again, you see? In competition. And then now creates a new idea of what you should be according to what is being shown to you outside. So the best way to get into this journey is to go within, like spend more time inside of yourself, and triggers are your best friends. Through triggers, you're able to see what it is where the program is hiding. So the program is the information you recorded as you were growing up, whether it was audio or vision. Children learn a lot through seeing. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, but growing up, I never believed my mom, or I never listened to my mom. Yes, you did. The subconscious mind listens to everything. Everything. Sees everything. You might not remember it, no? But it does have a way to tap into that information to tell you how to project yourself out here. So your haircut, you choose it because why? You saw it somewhere. Look nice on someone else, and you're like, oh, I like that. Let me try that. That not that it's wrong to do that. I'm not saying that. It's just showing you how easy it is to record those programs. So kids do it very easily, you know. Um, and during childhood, most of our programming has already been implanted in order to already know how it is that the control is going to happen, right? So you spend the first 7 years, and it is inserting information, right? That's the first 7 years of farming, right? Farming a human being. So you get 7 years, you get all this download. After those 7 years, right? Then comes the implementation of telling you what is wrong and right. So now you're going to make your own choices, right? After that, because you're getting more autonomous outside of the house. And when that happens is by telling you that your actions are wrong or right, or implementing some sort of a punishment, it's already programming another stage in your life. So then later, when you're an adult, right here, you do the judging yourself. I don't have to do it for you anymore. You're doing it. You're already programmed to judge yourself. So I know that you are a guarantee. I'm a guarantee winner. You see? 7 years, then the rest, I tell you wrong, by adult, you already got the program and you say, this is my book, and I walk out with it. And that's not your book, that's somebody else's book. So in order to get rid of that book, we look for the things that bother us, right? That trigger us. And we say, I'm coming for you, you know. However, I'm not gonna lie to you because we're human. Remember, we have to experience here. We do get some emotions. That's part of being human, you know. But the reward is that this is the only place where you get to experience those emotions. So you might as well enjoy them, right? So, and although I'm not laughing at you, okay? It's that I see how beautiful it is play. It is so silly, and we take it so serious, you know? That's why I'm laughing, because it's so silly and we take it so serious. So let's see. What is the first thing I'm gonna dig into? I am ready to let go of the anxiety. Okay. Um, I'm going tonight because this is a huge process for all of us to get into that step. I'm going to read the message and or the question that it's being given to me. So then every single one of you, if that's happening within you as well, there goes, you know, why you came here, your message. Because every single one of us is here for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. So everything that it's being asked is for all of us. Okay? This one says, I am ready to let go of the anxiety, stress, and heartbreak of not having a relationship with my parents. No. When I hear that, you know, not having a relationship with the parents, the first thing that comes to mind is who chose it? You know, immediately I go, okay, who chose this? Was it the parents or was it the child? Because the parent and the child are going to experience the journey completely different. You know, they're two beings. You know, one it's more has more information in the system than the other one. So things are not going to make sense neither to this one, neither to this one. So it's two relationships that immediately um, has a little hiccup because you're going to speak different languages in this. So as a child, to uh, feel like you're never going to see your parents again. You know, I can see an anxiety because we are attached to our parents, our family. We've been told, you know, Blood is thick, right? So we believe it, that these are the people that we are meant to always be connected to, no matter what happens. I come from a Hispanic family, and that's the belief. The belief is that despite it doesn't matter what's happening in the family, we're to stick together. It can be that daddy is being violent, but we can't say anything about daddy being violent because we're to stick together and we're to be quiet about it. And we're not to go tell someone else either because, they're going to judge us. So there's nowhere to go for this help, neither for the parents, neither for the child. You see that? So it creates a separation immediately. Immediately, it creates a separation. Neither the parents want to hurt the child, neither the child wants to hurt the parent. But there is really no one there to explain to both of them that in this journey, as a child, since your parents have been here before you, they already have some information that has already created a version of them. It doesn't mean that that's who they are, but there's already a version, like an avatar. They have picked up some bags, they have picked up suit, they have picked up things, and all of those things come in titles, diploma, and all this journey that you go through, all the experiences. So now your parents have this package, is pretty much a package. And then you come alone as a child, and when you experience yourself with other kids, you start watching the other parents. And then you start comparing your parents to their parents. It creates a separation immediately. You start finding fault in your parents, when in reality, there is none. They're going through a journey and they're handling it in the best way that they can at that moment with the information they have. So to go separate ways with this relationship, it will cause some pain. It will cause some pain because at the same time that you are in this anxiety and all these emotions, right? You have a belief that you're to be with your family. So if they don't want to be with you, immediately you judge yourself. Have I done something wrong? Guilt, shame. It has nothing to do with you. At this moment, if your parents don't want to be in your life at this given moment, or if you're choosing to stay away from them, take this time to work on yourself. Because getting into this relationship and trying to get the other person to understand you and you understanding them is just going to create more friction. At that moment, you're both on different frequency. It's like one is on rock station and the other one is in the Hispanic other one, speaking Spanish. It's just not going to work at this moment. It's not going to work. It's going to get hurt more and more. So just do this, take this time as your higher self, God, telling you to take a break for yourself for once. Because at that time, when you're looking at anxiety and all this, I already know there's an attachment. Attachments, it's not for us to have. We're not to be attached to anything. We are to explore and enjoy everything and no attachment. No attachment. Nothing. You enjoy it as a gift every day, but you have no attachment. This, the minute you give it an attachment, it owns you. You're not you anymore. You're not in connection with God. Now you're going here. Now this is the one that connects with you. You are never to leave this center. Always in connection with this. So in the Bible, they will say, you will not, what is it, bear false God? That's what they meant. That's only meant. You see, very simple. And we start saying, no, that God is not good. This God is not good. Let them believe in their God. You center with yours. Have that relationship with it. So take that time. Take that time as a gift. This is where this blessing comes in disguise. You know, you feel abandoned, you feel all this low frequency. Now, take that breath and feel it right in your chest. And then tell yourself, at this given time, I'm going to take it for me. I'm going to find out who I am, and I'm going to connect with myself so that I can have the answer in the direction that I need to go. This time is for you. You're being granted this time. Your family is doing it. They might not know it consciously, but we all signed up for it. And it plays out in beautiful ways. And that's the way it plays out. You see, plays out in ways that to you, it's supposed to crack you open, to let you know that there is an idea that is not real and is preventing you from ascending. The only reason why it feels uncomfortable is because of that. You can't go there with that baggage. You gotta leave it behind. See? That's the only way. What is it that they say? Some verses that I like to use, like, I'm not religious, people. I just remember some things that people have, like verses of the Bible and things like that. And I'm like, oh, that's what they meant. You know, and they say, "Thou shalt not bear false God." That's what it is. Enjoy your nice shoes and your nice car, but that's not God. You know, don't give up who you are for those things because it's not going to be good. Oof. No, you go so low in that frequency, the devil's going to knock on your door. You don't want to go that way. So always maintain yourself up there, you know, understanding that every experience you're going through, no matter how hard it is at this moment, it is God and your higher self working together to crack you open, letting you know, hey, you have that belief that it's not of service to you. Allow it to let it go. Surrender it. Let it go. It's not for you to have. However, what I like to do is I say, wait. We're gonna let it go. But I didn't go this way for nothing. So what is here for me? I said, give me my reward. Okay, I got you. You know, you can do that. And then that's where you take all your lessons and you turn them into your superpower. No matter how hard they were, anything that have happened to you. Take it and see what is there for you to learn. Sit down by yourself. I know it can be a little uncomfortable at the beginning because the mind starts chatting, but just remind the mind who is God, who's in control here. I'm centered. Take a deep breath and just feel it. Some of you will take more than one breath. It's okay. Take as many breaths as it to take, but just sit there by yourself and start writing down, you know, discover who you are, because that's the only way you're going to let go of all this attachment. So when you do that, this magical thing occurs. So when you start healing, because we're all energy, so when we start healing those aspects of us that have attracted those people to come into our life to show us that those aspects exist. If somebody wouldn't show you, you would have never known. So if it's always light and never darkness, how you know that light exists, right? So you have to have the yin and the yang. You have to have these polarities. However, we're not to get lost in the polarity. We're to maintain ourselves in the middle. And that's how you do it. It's understanding that all of this is an experience. If my parents don't want to be around me at this moment, okay, I know it's painful. And it's the journey because you have to, it's letting you know that there is an attachment that you need to let go and just surrender to it. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to feel it right here in your chest. You take that breath and you breathe it out and have somebody there. You know, if you have a partner, if you have a good friend, call them up and say, hey, today I want to purge. I do that. So in case you guys want to hang out, I do that a lot. You know, I say, hey, you want to purge? You know, what is, oh yeah, I want to purge. So I get that a lot, you know, where people are usually around me and they're purging and I'm like, yeah, just let it go. So this is called purging. We're going to purge. This is one of them. So in this time, take your time for yourself. Explore who you are. There's many ways that you can learn different modalities to work on yourself during this period of time. Like for example, for me, when I started, I knew I wanted to somehow bring peace to my mind because it was always. So I did TM. TM is transcendental meditation. So you use a mantra, and when you get that mantra, you take 3 deep breaths, always sitting upright with your feet on the ground, and then you start repeating this mantra with out loud, and then you go into silence. Say it in your head, and immediately, like somehow it goes away. You forget that you're even in the mantra. What I like about this meditation style is that I can be anywhere, and it's like 15 to 20 minutes because I'm a creator. I like to create a lot, so I don't like to sit quiet for too long, because I like to go and create. So that was my way of starting. I did transcendental meditation, and I can say that I really liked it. It was really good. Then I did some yoga. So, and I trained myself to do a half marathon. I got myself busy, you know. I said I wasn't going to watch TV. I bought so many books. I have a whole library of books now. All of that in 1 year. All of that in 1 year while I was in my hardest time in the process of the beginning of that commitment that I made for myself, saying, I'm doing this right now. I'm not wasting any time. That's it. It's me. I chose me over everybody. Over everybody. I chose me. I said, this is it. If I don't choose me right now, this is not going to be a me. Yeah. Because I was contemplating suicide. So, how far is God going to push you for you to understand that you need to choose you? You need to choose you. And then when you choose you, that you're going to make that commitment, all this help comes your way. You start meeting other people that are doing the same thing, you see? So your crowd changed. Now you're eating more healthy food. You see how it's all your decision. You're the one. So the only one keeping you from that higher version of yourself is you. And this is one way that you do that. You get attached to something like that. It wants to fly out of me. So take this time for you. And yes, love them, miss them, and you will get them back. You will get them back. When you do this, your family see the difference. And guess what? When a light walks into a dark room, guess who wins? The light. So be the light. Well, first, in order to be the light, you got to be the light authentic. Because let me tell you something, an energy don't lie. Anybody can walk through there and I can tell you who it is immediately it walks in. And you too. You all have that ability. You just lie to yourself about, oh no, that's not what I see. Oh no, he's so cute. Lying to yourself, he's trouble. And you're like, oh, but he's cute. I can fix him. Can fix him. He gonna fix you. Watch. So you want to sorry, I do jokes a lot, so I love it. I gotta be myself, guys. How dare I tell you to be yourself when I'm not, right? So this is what is so fun. I get to sit here and do this. That's pretty cool. But you see, in order for me to do this, I had to go through hell. Yeah, I had to go through hell. So take this time for you. It's all about you. You being asked to step into this right here, the heart. You're going to know so much about yourself. It's going to be crazy how much you're going to learn about yourself. It's like, that Wonder Woman movie? She's like, wow, I can fly. Just like that. So, and it's normal to feel guilt. Oh, did I do something wrong? Was it because of this? Was it because of what I said? No, no. They're going through their journey. You're going through yours. And you all gonna experience this completely different. Because remember that in order for them to make a judgment, they're judging you based on themselves. You get it? They're not really judging you. When somebody judges you, it's not you who they're judging. They're judging an aspect of you who they think it's part of them. So when you judge others, you're judging yourself. Because the fact that you're judging is because you see yourself over there. You know what I mean? How do you know what you see if it's not you?